First, I got that Soil is a fairly new business school, and by definition, it's easier when you are in a new business school to make some very interesting experiments. I used to teach some MBA students in US business schools or European business schools, and here I got much more the feeling that these students were building a kind of family. They are very close from each other, and something which is maybe the most interesting part of the story, these students, they seem to be very eager to learn something. As soon as you come to them with something which is fairly new for them, something they are not used to use in their daily life or in their previous studies, they really listen to you, they are highly committed, and they really try to work out. Something which is fantastic is the fact that these students are very fresh in their mind. Sometimes when you're teaching in Western countries, students are a little bit tired, they are a little bit sometimes cynical, they don't want to ask you questions. Here, the young students of Soil, they are always rushing to you with plenty of questions. They want to make sure that they really understood what you say. They double check, they triple check in their papers, and at the end of the day, you have really the feeling that they get very happy because they have learned something. By the way, I should add a point about Soil atmosphere. For me, it has been a surprise at the very beginning, the very first morning I came, to follow everybody gathering in a big room, and everyone telling a story which is interesting, what he did, what he experienced last day, the previous day, what happened to him, and everybody is listening to one person explaining what happened could be interesting for him and for everybody. And this capacity to have a kind of collective meeting every morning, to sing something, okay, to have a peaceful moment all together, to listen to some of the students, is something of a high value because it is truly creating a team spirit. And I guess it is positioning Soil as it wants to be positioned. So it means a school of inspired leadership, which means that students are not just learning management, but they are learning how to behave as well, which means how to behave in a smooth way, okay, and how to take into account not only the results the company is supposed to reach, but paying attention to the environment, to the way the work is conducted, which means that I have to say, by the end of this week, that it has been a wonderful experience for me. And another point I consider as being very positive is the student kindness, the fact that they come to you and they tell you, well, would you like to have a lunch with us, which means that they understand that you are close from the students, they understand that you can chat, talk with them. Again, it's a signal that of the same open-mindedness there is in this school, which is making it so nice and so wonderful to have the opportunity to teach in this school and to spend a week with the students.
In terms of if you haven't experienced much, or because you said you were part of the students actually, so maybe with the concept of Soil, or you think, or what convinced you to join us, or be here?
Well, but I don't know exactly what it is, the concept of Soil.
Okay, then it's fine.
It's about inspired leadership.
If you can do that, can you? Can you just say a little bit more on inspired leadership? Another 2 minutes. Huh?
Now we could say a few words about the school itself. At the very beginning, one could be surprised the name of the business school is School of Inspired Leadership. And it is giving a special flavor to the school because everybody understands that the question is not just to be a good leader in the sense of obtaining good results for the company, but it means that everybody attending SOI has to understand that getting success is not only getting financial results, but it's very important to get your result with respect for other people, with respect for the environment, with respect for the community you're living in. Which means that here in SOI, something which is very special if you compare with other business schools, it's not just teaching, so it's a question of education, educating people slightly differently and not just feeding people with the different specialties of any management business school. I guess that here it makes a difference and for the future could be a wonderful competitive advantage for SOI with regard to the other